we'd like to welcome R.C. Cooper.
Thank
Welcome.
you. Thank you.
You are a professional bass fisherman as well as a professional angler.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Some people our audience might not be familiar. You're not our typical guest, R.C. I have to tell you that. Some people might not be familiar with what is that as a profession. Can you tell us about that?
Well, the short and sweet of it is I get paid to fish. And there's two different avenues that one could take to do this. Professional tournament angling as well as professional guiding. So a tournament angler basically is an individual who gets paid to do tournaments, fishing tournaments, competitions around the country, as well as an individual as professional guide is an individual who goes out, they have a certain body of water, and they are hired to train individuals how to catch fish.
Terrific, terrific. Like I once went out in Montana on this beautiful lake, and this man got paid to show us, how to do catch and release, and we caught some great trout, and it was just really a fun day. So that's one of the things that you do. Tough day at the office, so to speak.
Absolutely. It can get tough out there, but one of the things my father always taught me is if you love what you do, you'll never work another day of your life, and that's one of the things I've been very blessed with.
Terrific, terrific. Now you have an outfit that's not characteristic here of Employment for All. We often see people in suits. Tell us about your outfit.
Well, this is a professional tournament jersey. This is a Kistler rod jersey. I also brought one of the Kistler rods today. Kistler specializes in making some of the absolute best in the world specialized fishing rods. Wow. This is actually a 6'9" medium heavy helium. This is the Lamborghini of fishing rods, so to speak. I love endorsing Kistler. They've been very good to me over the years, and they've helped me catch a lot of fish, and it's helped me expand my business and make some money and pay for college and my house and my cars. So it's I owe a lot to them.
Wow, wow, and they're just superior quality in terms of catching the right fish.
They're all custom made, and just Billy Kistler and Trey Kistler and all the guys down in Texas. They just do an absolute great job with this product.
What makes a great bass fisherman?
Well, I do a lot of work with the Bass Pro Shops in Foxborough, Mass, and I believe there's tens of thousands of lures that are out there on that floor, and every day people approach me and they say, what is the absolute best product out here for catching fish? And I always tell them, no matter what, you can't buy talent, and number two, the most important lure you'll ever have is confidence. And so what makes an individual a great bass angler is having the confidence, the mental toughness, and to be able to kind of somewhat tune out everything else that's going on around them. Know that they're not competing against the other anglers, they're competing against the fish.
Right, absolutely. So it's really being able to zone in, to be really, really confident on and really conscious of the exact act that you're doing, not paying attention to all the other boats or all the other people or what the guy next to you is catching.
If you're not mentally prepared and mentally tough and mentally focused, then in tournaments you're fishing for second place. You've already lost it before you even got started out there on the water that day.
Okay, and it's talking about those critical supports. Like here at Employment for All, we say everyone can be successful with the right support. So determining you have a plan sometimes months in advance before you go out on that boat for that big tournament.
My preparation for the tournaments that I'm going to be fishing for next year started probably 6 months ago.
Wow.
And so, it is something that it's all about the lake studies and what controls the variables that, are in that body of water at that time. It all comes down to putting fish in the boat, and where you can actually find them all comes down to how well that you've studied. There's millions of variables that can change, and the anglers that are out there that will be able to put the most weight in that boat are the ones who have studied that lake enough, and they know it better than anybody.
Right. My father always said, and I'm sure it was a variation of something someone else had said, but the more you prepare, the luckier you get,
I would rather be lucky than good any day, absolutely. But sometimes when Lady Luck's not with you, and it all comes down to being able to learn from not necessarily the mistake that you've made in the past, but the small setbacks. I'm very, very big on positive thinking. Everything's a win to me no matter what. But yeah, absolutely. I mean, being able to be prepared for that is critical.
Additionally, bass fishing has been a male-dominated sport. But until very recently, there's a woman that's really coming into her own in the championship.
Yes, this year I'm really excited. This is a monumental year for professional bass fishing. Kimberly Bain Moore, she is going to be the first female to ever compete in the World Championship, and I'm really excited about this because I've been one of the voices in the background for years saying that we need to get a world championship for all fishermen or fishing women, and just the fishing population, not just men. Now, women do have their own professional trail, and men have their own professional trail, but this is the first time that a female's ever been in there, and I'm really rooting for her. I'm excited for her.
Terrific. I think at this point, I think we have a live caller, so thank
Sure.
you for calling in. Caller, ask your question.
Hey, RC, it's Mike in Hyde Park. How are you doing?
Hey, good. How you doing, Mike?
Good, good. Hey, I'm home from work today, and I'm a bass fisher, but I'm not like you or anything. But I'm just watching the show here and everything, and I was really all excited to see that fishermen like yourself is on and everything. Listen, how can I get with you and maybe get some tips? I mean,
That's not a problem. You can contact me through my website, rccooper.com, or anytime during the week you can contact Bass Pro Shops in Foxborough, Mass. Usually I'm down there walking the floor, helping people out. So anytime whatsoever, I'd be more than happy to speak to you.
that'd be great. I hope you don't mind me asking that too. I don't want to miss calling in.
Not at all, not at all. I'll be doing professional guides all over New Hampshire, Mass, Connecticut, Rhode Island this year. So, the more the merrier. I'm one of those people that I learn a tremendous amount from teaching, and I absolutely love to teach. So I love to learn. So anybody can teach me anything at any time. I hope I can give back to them and give them a good quality experience.
Terrific, terrific.
Well, the only other question I have is, and you can tell me this if I end up meeting you. You can tell me now. It's up to you. Favorite lake in Massachusetts?
Favorite lake? I would probably say Long Pond, Harwich.
Thanks a lot, man.
All right, thank you.
Cool. All right. So you have favorite lakes that you like to kind of frequent, that you have the best luck at?
Absolutely. My favorite lake probably in the country is the Big G, Lake Guntersville, Alabama. Just one of the best big lakes, big bass lakes out there. It's probably not another one. It's debatable. There's some big lakes in Texas, like Amistad, Falcon, but for my style of fishing, what I feel that I'm at my best at and I'm most comfortable with is definitely Lake Guntersville.
Oh. And I think we have another call.
Sure.
Caller, please ask your question.
Hey, RC, my name's Cheryl from JP. Got a question for you.
Hi, Cheryl.
I was noticing that you're talking about women and fishing, and my dad is a fisherman, does it as a hobby. I was wondering, are there really a lot of women involved in the sport, and how could I get involved?
Absolutely.
Great question.
Great question. There are a tremendous amount of women involved in this sport, all over the country, all over the world. The best way is to kind of go online. The Women's Bassmaster Tour has their own setup. You can contact them. You can just research. There's different clubs. There's a tremendous amount of clubs just in the Massachusetts, New Hampshire, Rhode Island, Connecticut area that would be more than welcoming to a female participant. That's something that, even at Bass Pro Shops, there's females that come to me all the time and say, I really want to learn how to do this, and I always steer them, to the club level, and those are very connected individuals that can get
Right.
them to the right way, and that's something that's important, and it's finding a positive support group
Yes.
that will help that angler and really advance in that and start their career off on the right foot.
Great. No, that's terrific. Thank you very much, caller, for calling in.
Thank you.
So if someone had any additional questions, what's the best way to contact you?
Just off my website, rccooper.com, or they can come down to the Bass Pro Shops Foxborough. I'll be down there all the time.
Oh, terrific, terrific. That's wonderful. So thank you very much for tuning in to Employment for All. Thank you very much, RC.
Hey, thanks for
being with us
having me.
today.
It's been a blast.
Thank you. You did a wonderful job. Thank you very much, and have a good night.